Here we're going to take a look at the conditions of a parallelogram. And this is a lot like just simply being the converse of the previous lesson. So what we're going to look at is if both pairs of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are congruent. So this side is congruent to this side, and this side is congruent to this side, then the quadrilateral itself is a parallelogram. And the proof of that would be in really opposite order. I want to try and make this a very short set of information. So if one opposite side of the quadrilateral is parallel and congruent, so the opposite side is parallel and congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. If the opposite sides of a quadrilateral are parallel and congruent, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. If both opposite angles of the quadrilateral are congruent, so if this angle is congruent to this angle, and this angle is congruent to this angle, then the quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Again, this is just all a converse. So to be able to watch the proofs of it, I would go back to the previous video, watch it, and then try and follow that proof in reverse order. The diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other. So if we're given the condition that these diagonals are bisecting each other, then the quadrilateral itself is a parallelogram. So let's prove this very quickly. I'm given these sides are congruent. Let's ignore all of the outside information. I do know by the definition of vertical angles that this angle right here is congruent to this angle. That means that this triangle by side angle side is congruent to this triangle. Also, these two angles here are congruent to each other, and I'm going to put an arc and a 4. These two angles by vertical angles are congruent to each other. So the same side angle side congruency proves that this is a parallelogram. So just to be able to prove one very quickly, a lot of these proofs come back to being able to use the definitions and theorems from early in lessons where you had parallel lines with transversals and then your triangle congruence theorems. Remember, math rocks with a capital M.